What is going on, guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. And of course, we are in Key West International down here in the southern portion of Florida. And we're going to be going towards Sarasota Bradenton International Airport, which is about, our route is around 40 minutes or so. Temperature is looking great out here. We are around the low 70s. Bradenton or Sarasota showing around 66 degrees. Mostly clear skies over there in that area. Over here in Key West, it looks like there are some showers on our to our west here. So let's go ahead and get ready. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Let's go ahead and get started here. We got our Cessna Citation jet here, which I usually fly jets once in a while, but today I kind of felt like doing it, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that today. Alright, so we got those landing lights are on. Let's go ahead and get those seatbelt sign, the safety, passenger safety on as well. Brakes coming off. Actually, brakes coming back on. Let's go ahead and check a few things here. We're gonna be flying around 20,000. Yeah, 20,000 feet. Or cruising at 20,000 feet. Let's get our flight directory on here. Nav's gonna be on as well. So we're just gonna fly our route. Alright, so we're gonna loop around, we're gonna take off, cross left.
No takeoff.
And then we're gonna try to fly back to our route, or pretty much over the airport. We got our head tracker doing its thing. We'll try to stay on the line here. Sloppy. So rotate. Dark, so you definitely gotta maintain yourself on the instruments here. Alright, we're putting those gears up, and then flaps are coming up as well. Hopefully you guys are doing good out there though, man. Oh, you can tell it's a little bit of wind here. so we're gonna turn on our autopilot. AP is coming on. Got a flight level change, and it looks like we are golden. Getting to 10,000 feet, lights are coming off. So hopefully you guys enjoy this flight. Yeah, not much to see. It is pretty dark out here, but it doesn't mean we cannot talk, right? Very relaxing night here. It is going to be 5 in the morning, so definitely flying pretty early here. But the most important is that you guys enjoy. Look at the moon out there. That's pretty nice. We got some clouds here, like I said before. Not too sure if it's not showing the showers here on our radar. I think that is the weather radar that we got here. Alright, so we're at 15, going towards 16,000 feet. Oh yeah, you guys can see those clouds over there on our west there. Can't see much in front of us, but it's okay. If you guys enjoy these nighttime flights like I do, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, as I'm going to try to do more videos as well. I know not everybody is fond of flight simulators. Some people find it boring, but I do verily enjoy flying, so there'll be other games once in a while. Yeah, look at that moonlight over the on top of the clouds there. Pretty nice. So let's talk about 2024 still. We're not playing 2024 once again because obviously it's just still. Are we reaching out 20,000 here? It's not. Making sure we're good at 20,000. I don't think we're shaking or anything. No turbulence, which is good. All right, we got the lights off for the passengers. They are good to go. So 2024 is still giving me problems. I'm not able to have a good flight. I'm not too sure if it's, you know, the my PC or what, but it is definitely not optimized. Oh shoot, let's slow down here. It is definitely not optimized, and I've been getting a lot of problems, like stuttering and not getting smooth frame rates. So I'm stuck in 2020 right now. 2020 is going so smooth. So what you are hearing is FS Realistic. It's a program to kind of give some realism into the sim, and it adds like passenger noise and cool stuff. So you probably heard that toilet flush. So our ground speed is at 396 knots, almost 400 knots. That was pretty fast. So we got that cold front that just pretty much moved offshore, off of Florida's coast, bringing in some dry air, which is great like always. A tad bit cooler, just by a little. Some areas in the panhandle kind of reporting around 44 or 40s and 50 degrees. So that's pretty neat up there like always. Always, of course, when you go further north, it's going to just be much cooler. Really can't see much yet. I guess obviously once we get over the land, we'll be able to see some city lights and stuff like that, or some towns. Just look at that moon. Now, like I said before in the previous video, guys, I'm glad that they still make updates to this sim. Not too sure how active they're going to be, since obviously 2024 is the latest and the greatest in terms of up to date, you know. So I'm waiting for a response, because it doesn't make any sense. I mean, a lot of people are having issues with 2024 with some bugs and stuff like that, but I usually don't have issues in 2020. Now, in the beginning, it was like that, but now it's just so smooth. The landing sections are smooth. There's some times where you get stutters, but majority of the times, I really don't get any freezes, which is the best thing ever. So that's why it's just kind of off and on for me. Kind of moving over. A lot of people using the bathroom in here, huh? Looks like kind of moving into the Everglades area. We'll be kind of heading towards the northwest here. Got the lightning bolt on the tail there, kind of giving you an example how fast we are. We're gonna be pretty quick. Look how amazing that looks. I think my head tracking is having issues here. It is kind of wonky right now. Sheesh. Can't even see the aircraft though, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, look at that moonlight right off the on the side here. Pretty amazing stuff. Tomorrow, it's looking like some scattered showers on our east coast. Not much, but there is some for some of us. Not everybody will see it. Just recently, actually, on the Panhandle, or I think around Tallahassee, if I'm not mistaken. Dang, I forgot. Yeah, I think it was Tallahassee. I don't remember exactly, but there's an EF0 tornado, the lowest scale, of course, but it did some damage to some shingles on the roof, which I'm glad it didn't do any other damage. And that was, I think, yesterday, or the day before yesterday. So many things are, so many severe weather events that I'm just kind of losing track of time there. It's crazy how dark it is out here. So I'm glad the storms to basically yesterday wasn't strong or anything like that for some of us here in Florida, as the storms kind of moved along towards the peninsula or through the peninsula. We didn't see much here. I mean, some few thunderstorms and some heavy rain, which is well needed with some rain, of course, but I'm glad not much happened here. A few rumbles of thunder, like some people say. I think further south in Miami was they had something decent, but nothing like we had previously. So I don't know if I told you guys, did I say that in the previous video? I think I did, it's just I always forget, but I was in a tornado warning for the first time in Palm Beach County, bro. Palm Beach County, Florida, if you're from Palm Beach County, Florida. It was very close to the coastal, and that tornado warning randomly showed up, right? And it was very early in the morning. I was like, what the heck? You know, got a little nervous. But then I looked on the radar, and glad they didn't show too much of a rotation on the velocity. If you guys understand, some of you probably don't understand. But on the radar, if you get those weather apps, some other apps give you better details of what's going on in the sky and stuff, or within the clouds and stuff. You can usually see like if there's a rotation, or that's why some of the warnings do go off, because either the radar detected it, or or it's issued with the within the office, you know, the National Weather Center. But it was a little nerve-wracking, you know. I woke up hearing that. Oh, I'm like, oh man, that was it's literally my first time ever. And I've been under severe thunderstorm warnings before, but when it was a tornado warning, it was a little bit. And I can't imagine the people who go through that, especially during the storm season. It's quite concerning. I wouldn't be able to live in an area where I know constantly every year there's going to be a season where it's just going to be potential tornadoes, you know. So it's, or big hail, or damaging winds. It's nuts. Now, obviously, Florida and some of us in the East Coast here, or the Gulf Coast, have to deal with hurricanes, you know. So that's another big. It's like you get a little bit of something, right? Everybody gets something in their state or where they live. And we're also seeing a substantial amount of earthquakes as well, which is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all, guys, because it's showing, or it's seeming like it's just being more widespread, right? It's more widespread now. It looks like it's hitting places that it never hit, right? So we're just that's something that you just really can't be prepared for. That comes with no warning, right? So it's like you just got to be making sure that you know what to do. But yeah, weather is just a fascinating thing, guys. I mean, if you guys, ever want to learn something like that, or into the weather, I don't go to school for it. Learn pretty much on my own. We're going 440 knots. Sheesh. Yo, we're moving fast. And we're making that turn on grids here. We'll start descending shortly. Top of descent is coming up soon. We'll start preparing for that as well. So we'll go down to 8,000. Sorry, we'll go down to 11. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I learned everything on my own, to be honest with you guys. I started off by looking at the radar stuff, and now I look less at the radar because I'm more of focusing on forecasting the weather and what the models predict and stuff like that, which is fun, guys. It's hard to understand at the same time, but then you start to get. You got to go through the experience, if that makes sense. You got to understand, like, you got to go through it. And you'll see if that came out true or not. Like, you'll make your own prediction, and then, obviously, if it doesn't happen that way, you got to see what you did wrong, or what exactly happened. Sometimes you will never know. um, things change in the atmosphere constantly, right? So we're not looking at something that just because it was forecasted is going to stick that way exactly how you saw it. Models just predict weather models just predict what it's looking good. You know what's looking good here, what's looking good there, where can they pop up. Kind of gives you a better idea. But then you have to look at other things as well. You're not just going to look at, oh yeah, there's a storm and showers just going to be here. You have to look behind those things as well. You got to look at the instability. You got to look at shear and the dry or warm air aloft or above, basically the low to mid levels and the upper levels as well. The winds within the elevations there when you go further up, and see how strong they are or if they're weak. The moisture return as well. Moisture is very important, and the dew points. Dew points kind of give you, lets you know how much moisture you're working with, pretty much. And humidity is important as well. But for the most part, learning, seeing some lights here, that's a good thing. Looks like there's an aircraft down below. Pretty cool. Seeing... Nice, we got some lights. Seeing the... What was I gonna say? Yeah. Yeah, just looking at the showers and models, it's not enough. You got to look at a few products there. You know, you got to look at a few things. Sometimes you got to look at different models as well to see if there is going to be rain. One model might show rain there, and then another model doesn't. Kind of got to put them together. You don't just say, "Oh yeah, one of them says rain. All right, we're good." You know, a few things have to match that, and it might sound easy, right? But it's not. You constantly have to look at things changing, and it's a lot for, I would imagine, for meteorologists. It's not just look at this and that's it. Okay, we're good. You know, this is what's gonna happen, guys. No, it's literally looking at different changes and repeating the same process every time you're gonna look at what's happening, right? So it's a lot. And if you love it, you're not gonna care. But it's very it's very fun. You know, you can tell your own weather. You can know if it's gonna be good or not. You can help others as well in the situation. And it's not like and if you want to get your degree in that, great. I don't see why not. I personally don't have my degree in them. If I'm getting one, I don't know. I don't think so. But I never tell anybody, no, don't do this. You know, because if you really want to go for that, I think a degree is the right way to do it, and especially learning extra things that you just can't learn on your own. But I did learn a lot through the past couple months. I think I'm going to be almost a year soon of just learning on my own. Things on YouTube. There's people who put you know, free classes in general. YouTube is just a free tutorial. Free class, you know, there's a lot of information on there that you'd be surprised. I'm like, holy cow, you know, there's people even show you how to do the mathematics equations and stuff like that on there for you to understand. That stuff is disgustingly hard, but that's something that I know for sure. Like, that's tough. All right, we're gonna start to descend here let's go ahead and put our seatbelt sign on. Alright, this is your co-pilot speaking. We are going to be descending here shortly. Make sure you guys are put your seatbelt and your tray tables up and your seat in the upright position. Imagine. Actually, I don't even know why I need to do that. But let's go ahead and slow it down. We're gonna do a flight change. Descend here. So yeah, guys, that's something that I say. If you have a passion in something, just do it. There's no reason to wait for anything. If you're into photography, I'm still loving pictures. I'm still loving video. That's usually something that I love doing. Especially in 2016 is when I freaking fell in love with taking photos and videos, and I was horrible at the beginning. But then, like I said, YouTube was there to show you some tricks. But what I learned from all that is do your own thing. Do something that makes you stick out. Everybody is kind of doing the same trend, like the edits and stuff now that I'm seeing lately. Like certain edits are just all the same with every video now. There's nothing that makes anybody stick out. I mean, it looks cool and all, but what makes you stick out from everyone else? That's an aircraft above that. I thought it was like a star. I'm like, is that a moving star? Oh, looks like we got a UFO. Just kidding. But yeah, that's quite the situation sometimes for people. Just gotta learn every day. Take your time. Don't overwhelm yourself with a bunch of information. That's what I tried to do in the beginning, and say I want to learn everything today. It's a process. That's why people give up, I feel like, because they overwhelm themselves. Like, oh man, I want to do this. I want to learn all this stuff, and then they end up giving up because they see that it's a lot. But that's the whole point. You're not supposed to do all that in one day. You're supposed to take one thing at a time. If you're gonna learn what this means, learn that for that day. The next day, you can kind of go forward the next thing. As what I do, though, what I do, my advice, if you want to learn something, take a week to learn that specific whatever you're trying to learn, and then move to the next thing, as long as your mentality is there and grabs it, right? It's crazy how spongy our brain is, right? If I know for sure if I just did one day and then the next day I learned something different, I'll forget what I did yesterday, right? So take some time, a couple days to learn that, right? As long as it sticks in your brain and you can remember without looking back at what you saw, what you learned, then you're golden. Now, obviously, doesn't mean you probably end up maybe trying to remember something, and then yeah, that's fine. But like I said, never rush anything. Learn it, and let's go ahead and get a little lower than this. Let's get down to 2,000 here. So we're going down to 11,000. Yeah, just learn, guys. Learn, enjoy. Don't overwhelm yourself. That's very dangerous, and it can be stressful. Don't rush because other people are doing great at something, because that's the bigger issue is that you see someone else being like, "Damn, this guy is really good. I want to be that one. I want to be this and that." That just never compare yourself to anyone. Now, it's always good to take interest in others, but just never put yourself on a pedestal. You understand? So you are the way you are. You're perfect how you are, right? So you just learn the way you learn. Take your time. A couple months you'll be there. If you're already in school, well, don't give up on that either. I know a lot of people say negative things about school and college and the debt and the money, and it's all depending on what you want to do. Alright, so we're going to go further down once again. We're going to go down to 4,000. Okay, I must have scared everybody here. We're going to... I must have scared everybody. Just apologize about the descent right there. That was a little wacky. I don't know why it does that with the flight level change. So yeah, that's what we're looking at, and just do what you guys want to do. That's all I can say. Looks like we're 7 to 10 minutes away. So definitely going to prepare for that. And it looks like that's the runway right over there. Runway is in sight. Alright, 1,000 to go to 4,000. We're going to be descending back down to 2,000 now. We're looking at our speed. I gotta fix that wonkiness with this head tracker, man. It shakes sometimes even without me moving, so that's annoying. I think I need more light in here. I mean, this was a very smooth flight. We didn't move, you know, no turbulence, which is good. Alright, 1,000 to go to 2,000. And let's bring our landing lights on. Gears are coming down. Alright, 3 green from what I see. If you guys want to see more jets, maybe an airliner, I won't do the whole setup and anything like that because that's just too much. But if you want to see like bigger aircrafts and stuff like that, make sure you throw the I always say throw, my gosh, make sure you smash that like button, guys. Autopilot is coming off. My plane now. Make sure we keep taking a look at our altimeter there, or our altitude, sorry. Pretty cool though, right? Very smooth flight, guys. Very, very smooth flight. And yeah, we are still flying with the Logitech joystick here and the Citation throttle. Looking into getting a yoke sooner or later. Not 1,000 feet. Everything is looking good here. Oh, there we go with the stuttering. Well, I guess I was wrong. You definitely hear that wind. Don't do that to me now. Oh man, we're flaring too much. And we froze. Nice. Froze. Jeez Louise. It's like certain airports do that. Oh man, that would have been so nice if I... Oh, they're still clapping. Nice. Thank you guys, thank you. We're staying on for now. Flaps are coming up. It's crazy. We were just talking earlier about now stuttering on this this sim, but like I said, usually it doesn't happen. Guys, brakes coming on. Alrighty, guys. Well, we made it here to Sarasota. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this one. And if you did, please smash that like button. I know it's kind of ruining here for the stuttering stuff, but hopefully the next one doesn't do that. And it's just sometimes it's random. It's a random time that happens. Either way, it was a very smooth flight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. See ya in the next one.